Here's a truth about Denzel Washington that Hollywood never told you. Behind the image of a two-time Oscar winner lies a secret he kept buried for decades. 6 people he once called idols, friends, and trusted co-stars betrayed him in ways that shattered his faith in everyone. Now at 70, he's breaking his silence. And when you hear who they are, you'll question everything you thought you knew about him. Number 6. Will Smith. The moment Denzel lost all respect. You won't believe this, but the person who pushed Denzel Washington's patience to the limit wasn't some arrogant rookie. It was Will Smith. Yeah, the same Will everyone used to call Hollywood's golden boy. The night of the Oscars in 2022 changed everything. One slap and Denzel saw something he'd spent his whole life avoiding. A man completely losing control in front of the world. When Will stormed that stage and hit Chris Rock, you could almost feel the air leave the room. Cameras caught the chaos, but what they missed was Denzel standing up, walking over, and saying something that felt more like a sermon than comfort. At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you. It wasn't sympathy, it was a warning. After that night, insiders say Denzel pulled away fast. He didn't trash Will in public. He never does. But he stopped returning calls, skipped private invites, and quietly told friends that Hollywood's forgotten how to act like men. That line got around. For Denzel, that slap was bigger than drama. It was betrayal. He'd defended Will for years, believed in his discipline, his image, his control. And suddenly, all of it vanished live on camera. Since then, no collaborations, no friendship, no public support. Just distance. Number 5. Jared Leto. The rival Denzel never wanted. You wouldn't expect Jared Leto to land on Denzel Washington's private blacklist, right? Yet here he is. The actor who managed to turn admiration into irritation faster than anyone else. It wasn't one fight or one movie. It was the way the industry tried to pit them against each other. When The Little Things was announced, magazines screamed headlines like, Leto meets his match, 2 generations of greatness. That kind of talk didn't flatter Denzel. It infuriated him. Things went downhill fast once filming began. Leto arrived like a rock star. Dark sunglasses, whispers of method acting, sending strange gifts to the crew, keeping everyone off balance. Reporters loved it. Denzel didn't. He saw it as a performance outside the camera, a gimmick for attention. When someone asked Denzel how he felt about Leto's process, he said flatly, whatever works for him. I do the acting part. Everyone in the room knew that was shade. Behind the scenes, their dynamic got frostier. Leto tried to charm him, calling him a master, but Denzel refused small talk. Rumors spread that he told a crew member, that boy's chasing mystery instead of truth. After the film wrapped, Denzel didn't show up for joint interviews. Leto praised him publicly. Denzel ignored him completely. Number 4. Chris Pratt. The smile Denzel couldn't stand. What happens when Chris Pratt's unstoppable charm collides with Denzel Washington's unshakable discipline? You get a storm that nobody on the Magnificent Seven set saw coming. It looked perfect on paper, but behind the cameras, the tension was thick enough to cut. Pratt's upbeat, goofball attitude rubbed Denzel the wrong way, yet both men stayed civil. Everything exploded months later when Pratt cracked a joke that spread like wildfire. On The Tonight Show, he told the host, working with Denzel was great, but he's so serious it's like he doesn't know laughter exists. The crowd loved it. Denzel didn't. The clip made its way to him within 48 hours. People close to Denzel say he replayed it twice, completely silent, then said only, he wants to be funny at my expense. Let him. That's when the friendship ended before it even started. Rumors say Denzel canceled a magazine cover that was supposed to feature them both. Studio reps were told scheduling issues, but everyone knew the real story. Pratt tried to reach out through intermediaries, but Denzel's camp said he was unavailable indefinitely. At the film's award circuit, they never appeared together once. A crew member from the Magnificent Seven later admitted, Denzel doesn't yell, he disappears you. One day you're in his world, the next day you're a ghost. That's exactly what happened to Pratt. Number 3. Ethan Hawke. The partner who crossed the line. Taking the 3rd spot on Denzel Washington's private list is Ethan Hawke, the co-star who helped Denzel win gold and then accidentally ruined the friendship that came with it. When Training Day hit theaters in 2001, both men were unstoppable. The film exploded. Critics praised their chemistry. And then came the Oscars. Denzel won Best Actor. Ethan got nominated for supporting. But what followed backstage turned celebration into silence. A few weeks after the awards, Hawke gave an interview that still haunts him. He said that script did most of the work. Anyone would have looked good in it. At first, fans brushed it off as an awkward quote, but Denzel didn't. He saw it as disrespect from the one person who should have known better. Friends said he called it a knife with a smile. During a 2002 reunion photo shoot, Denzel kept his distance. Hawk tried to joke about it. Guess I should have said less back then. Denzel replied, "You already did enough talking." That line ended whatever was left. When Training Day celebrated its 20th anniversary, the studio invited both actors for a panel. Hawk showed up. Denzel declined. His rep said he was traveling, but insiders knew he didn't want to share a stage with someone who'd question his legacy. Number 2, Mark Wahlberg, the co-star who pushed Denzel too far. Now, here's where things start getting messy. Second on Denzel Washington's personal never again list is Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, that Mark Wahlberg, the Boston tough guy who thought teaming up with Denzel on Two Guns would be a career high. Instead, it turned into a behind-the-scenes standoff that both men still refused to talk about. It started before the cameras even rolled. Wahlberg showed up to table reads, cracking jokes, tossing out ad-libs, and bragging about improvising his way through the script. Denzel sat in silence, eyes fixed. After 10 minutes, he leaned forward and said quietly, "You do your thing. I'll do mine, and we'll see what the editor keeps." Everyone laughed nervously, but Denzel wasn't joking. From that day on, the vibe on set was tense. During filming, things escalated. Wahlberg allegedly tried to pitch new dialogue directly to the director, asking for more banter between their characters. Denzel overheard and told the assistant director, "I don't banter, I deliver." That single line summed up their entire relationship. Crew members recalled one incident where Wahlberg arrived late and blamed traffic. Denzel looked at him and said, "Traffic didn't stop me. No yelling, no insults, just humiliation through calm precision." From then on, Wahlberg kept his distance. By the time the press tour rolled around, Denzel was done pretending. When journalists asked about their chemistry, he'd smile and answer vaguely, "We came, we worked, we left." Meanwhile, Wahlberg poured out praise, calling Denzel a legend. Denzel returned none of it. Behind closed doors, he reportedly told his team he'd never share a frame with that man again. Of course, a planned Two Guns sequel never happened. Number 1, Tyrese Gibson, the protege who talked his way out. Last on Denzel Washington's list might surprise you, Tyrese Gibson, the singer-turned-actor who went from fanboy to outcast in record time. Their story is the perfect Hollywood cautionary tale about what happens when admiration turns into accusation. Tyrese had always worshipped Denzel. He quoted him in interviews, mimicked his intensity, even called him the man I model my discipline after. But admiration turned sour in 2014 when Tyrese told The Breakfast Club, "Denzel never gave me a shot. He keeps the gate locked for younger black actors." That comment blew up overnight, and Denzel heard it before lunch. Friends say he wasn't angry. He was disappointed. You don't demand mentorship, you earn it. But the damage was done. That same week, 2 film offers rumored to pair them quietly vanished. Producers claimed Denzel had scheduling conflicts, though everyone on set knew what that really meant. He was out. Months later, Tyrese tried to walk it back, claiming his words were taken out of context, but he kept repeating the story in other interviews, sometimes praising Denzel, sometimes calling him cold. That inconsistency finished the job. Denzel doesn't engage in drama. He erases it. Years later, when asked about mentoring younger black talent, Denzel smiled thinly and said they don't need advice. They need discipline. Fans knew exactly who that line was aimed at. Now, Tyrese still calls him the greatest of all time, but Denzel's silence is louder than any insult. In his world, loyalty means respect in public, and Tyrese broke that rule. So now you know the 6 names Denzel Washington will never forgive. Fame made them legends. Betrayal made them enemies. Which one shocked you the most? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe because Hollywood's biggest secrets are far from over.